You're listening to LSPN, the authority on sports-related podcasts.
The Calallen Wildcats weekly press conference is brought to you by the Calallen Touchdown Booster Club. The Touchdown Booster Club exists to support and promote the Calallen High School football program by uniting students, parents, coaches, and the community.
The Calallen Football Show is sponsored by Rat Hole Drilling for all your rat hole, mouse hole, and cellar construction needs. ratholedrilling.com. Also by Nolan's Restaurant. Nolan's Restaurant has been a Corpus Christi tradition. Whether you're craving choice steaks, Gulf Coast seafood, real pit barbecue, or their famous original poor boy sandwich, Nolan's delivers high-quality, scratch-made favorites that feel like home. Come taste generations of flavor at Nolan's. We also want to thank Meijer for their support. All right, everybody join me in welcoming Coach Charlie Reed to the show. Coach, congratulations on another win.
I appreciate it.
You bet. So tell me about Rockport Fulton, because there was a lot of points scored on both sides of this one. Walk me through the flow.
Well, it was, and I'll say this first, Chris. When I became a head coach, I made a promise that I was going to use this position to give glory to God. And after these two last wins, if I don't do that now, then I haven't upheld my part of it. But he's definitely blessed us. We were down two touchdowns with 7 minutes to go, and it was a back and forth game. We went into halftime down by 4. Came out the first drive of the second half. We scored. They came back. We ended up throwing an interception and going down 2 touchdowns. We had our starting quarterback go down at one point. Our backup came in, took us down the field in 5 plays, scored, brought it within a touchdown. We ended up having to go into a 2-minute situation, and got the touchdown there. And then we were down a touchdown with, I think, 2 minutes to go, and a little over 2 minutes. Ended up having to use our onside team. Our kids executed that really well. Got the onside kick, took it down and scored, and we got a stop on defense. I think there was a minute, maybe a little bit under a minute to go. One play and scored to take the lead. But it wasn't an easy win. It was, it was a win that our kids, it was a team effort win. And we needed every phase of the game to do it, and we had some guys that went down that game and some guys stepped up but again, extremely proud of our kids and we've got to continue to get better, but our kids just continue to find a way to win.
I love that. And talk to me about, you mentioned all 3 aspects of the game. Call out some standout players on each of the offense, defense, special teams. Sure.
2 of the usual suspects, Reese Rusher, Drayson Gomez. Drayson, I think he had 205 all-purpose yards. Not only as a receiver, but also running the ball. He started out the second half with a big return that got us down to, I think, about their 25-yard line, 25, 30-yard line. We scored the next play. Those guys played really well on both sides of the ball. Our quarterback, Connor Klosterman, ended up throwing 3 touchdown passes in the fourth quarter to win the game. our running back, Ricky Rodriguez, had another good night as far as running the ball. So, again, there was a lot of guys that, we had some guys step up. We kind of had center by committee and had some guys step up and help us out there. But, again, it was all three phases. Guys stepped up and they found a way to win. So proud of them for that.
I love that. And this is a time of year when I know it just passed, but when grades become very important, how has the team done across all levels in terms of grades?
Our kids do a great job in the classroom. We've lost, a couple of kids, across the board as far as, the different levels. But for the most part, our kids do a really good job in the classroom. And, we try to emphasize, excelling in the classroom, not just on the field. And our kids do a good job of that. And so, but yeah, we just had the end of the 6 weeks this last week, and then we've got the 9 weeks coming up this next week. So that's one thing we've got to do is we got to continue to stay on grades.
Nice. And also like to, before we go into district play, talk about the sub-varsity. If you could, tell us how they've been doing thus far.
Say what our sub-varsity teams have really done a good job. Our JV team is 4-1 right now. They've continued to get better and are having a really good year. Our freshman team is 3-2, depending on how you look at it. We had to combine our freshman teams last week, but our freshman group is really a special group, and to be honest with you, we've got we got 2 freshmen that are playing up on varsity. We've got 2 or 3 freshmen that are playing on JV. So if we had all of our freshmen together on that freshman team, they would be really, really, even better than what they are right now.
Right.
But that freshman group's a really good group, and they're fun to watch and continue to get better. So both of our sub-varsity groups are having a good year.
Excellent. Well, this week is your last tune-up before district play. Man, you couldn't have picked a tougher one. Sinton sitting at 5-0. Tell me about them, because you both beat GP, you both beat Alice. What do we know?
Well, they're really good, and they probably got one of the best backs, not only in the area but in the state. He's really explosive, and but they've got offensive line wise, I think all 5 of their offensive line are seniors. They do a really good job and have a whole lot of experience, and they do a good job as far as opening up holes for their running back. They've got a quarterback that is an athletic kid and does a good job as far as operating their offense, and they've got some receivers that they can get the ball to. And then defensively, I think they do a really good job. I think Coach Troutman does a really good job with his team, but they run the ball, they tackle well, and they're a physical football team. So they're definitely a good team, and that's going to be a great matchup. And like you said, these are why you play these teams, but 2 great programs going at it. Ought to be a great one on Friday night.
Yeah, definitely. And luckily at the home games, though, it should be a good crowd there for sure.
Oh, for sure. There'll be a lot of maroon in the stands, and both fan bases will definitely come out.
Yeah, definitely. And Coach, finally, you also mentioned you had a couple players go down. How are the team in terms of health right now?
We're a little banged up right now, but I'm hoping we we get a lot of those guys back, to start district. But that's, it's the next man up, and that was what I was really proud of our kids this last week was, when one guy went down, another guy stepped up and they found a way to get it done. So, but yeah, I mean, we're a little banged up right now, but hopefully we'll get those guys back ready for district.
Sounds good. Well, again, congratulations on another exciting win, and best of luck this week against Sinton. Look forward to talking with you next week.
Yes, sir. Appreciate it.
Since 2012, JE Construction Services has built the roads and infrastructure that keep South Texas moving. Their heavy civil expertise covers refinery work, underground utilities, paving, and more. If you want a dependable, full-service contractor, choose JE Construction Services. Visit their website at jecs.cc. That's JE Construction Services.